It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? The Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going today?
It's good.
Good.
Loving the first week of fall.
This is your shit, isn't it?
This is my shit. I'm thriving. It's a little warmer than it usually is for fall, but it's been nice weather. So I'm... Call fall McDonald's because I'm loving it.
That's good. I will say it was mighty windy here the other day. Did you get all this wind? Did Mr. Wind visit you as well?
Not really. It wasn't super windy or anything.
No. From what I hear, he went on a regional tour of the nation with his good friend Mr. Lots of Water. Even up here in Chicago, we got so much wind.
Uh-huh.
And that's why they call it the Windy City.
Yeah, look, folks. This is an educational podcast about the city of Chicago.
Yeah. Give us a fun fact about the city of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Furniture City. That's it.
That's not a fact. That's just a tagline, a nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Is it called Furniture City? That's not speculation. That's a damn fact, because you better believe it is.
Okay. Have you ever bought any cool furniture that was made in Grand Rapids?
No.
Furniture City.
At least not as far as I know.
We have a table, a table you're probably quite familiar with because it's the one we grew up with, and it's now on the back porch of my home here in Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City, Mr. Wynn's hometown. And I saw recently when my parents brought it down here, it was built in November of 1984 by, I believe, my Uncle Lawrence, R.I.P., and he lived in Grand Rapids, or at least the area. So I actually do have some furniture from Furniture City.
Yeah, nobody, all the haters that are saying that you don't have any furniture from Furniture City, they're feeling pretty silly right now. They're furious.
So there's two people from this season on Survivor from Michigan. Which one is closer to you?
You're going to have to remind me where in Michigan they're from.
I thought you would remember because I remember.
No, I don't. I don't remember these things.
I remember that Sam Phelan, one, that his last name is Phelan, which continues to be funny, and two, he's from Schaumburg, Illinois. And do you know how I was reminded of that this week?
How's that?
He lifted up his arm and I saw a Chicago flag tattoo on his upper arm, and I said, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure you're not from Chicago.
Sorry, they have a layout of the tribes, and everyone is listed as either on the Survivor Wiki, and everyone is either listed as competing or out, and it just has their first name. And so when I first looked at it, I thought that Carolyn's name was Carolyn Competing. I was like, that's not a last name people have.
Speaking of people's last names, I was seeing what I thought was a headline about Cornel West, the famous presidential candidate, but it was actually about Cornell University, which is a famous university, I guess. And I said, what if Cornel West changed his last name to University? Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be funny. Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking Southfield. So Rachel is from Southfield, which is in the Detroit area.
Show me on your hand.
If it would be like the... trying to think. So it would be like on the right side of your right hand's palm.
Right.
Like lower right.
Oh, like near Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, crazy, right? And Kyle is from Sheboygan.
That's further north, right?
And that is further north. Yep, that is... Okay, so I would definitely say that Rachel is closer because Sheboygan is up close to... So that would be almost the top of your middle finger.
I got the top of the middle finger for you.
Yeah, hey, authority.
Yeah. how about this for authority? The top of my middle finger.
I got your Sheboygan right here.
That's good. Speaking of all these wonderful people from places near our homes, Thomas, did you watch Survivor 47 last night?
You better believe I did.
This episode was called Epic Boss Girl Move. Did you love it? Did you love that?
This is going to be an epic boss girl move. Yeah, this is one of my favorite titles in quite a while.
That's like 4 of your favorite words ever.
Them keeping
individually and then combined.
Immediately leaping onto the malapropism and just putting it up. It's like when you make a mistake in a group chat and someone changes the name of the group chat to that.
Very cool shit. Lavo is the beach we start off on. The sunrise reminds one of them of Phoenix sunrises. They were looking out over the ocean. Does Phoenix have an ocean nearby?
I guess maybe the Pacific Ocean is close.
Which is closer, Phoenix to the Pacific Ocean or you to Sheboygan, Michigan?
That's a great question. I'm just trying to look to see.
This is super important. I'm really glad we're hammering down on.
I would say that I am definitely closer to Sheboygan than Arizona is to the Pacific Ocean.
And would you call Kyle your hometown Sheboygan?
Yeah, he's my Sheboygan. We're kind of having a Shebromance, you know. Everybody's saying that word a lot. I figured I'd get in on it.
This is kind of the bromance season, even though it's only men who have been voted out so far. Rome found the box the night before, but couldn't read it because it was too dark, so he brings Teeny to see it before the sun rises. Again, they can't read it because it's too dark. So Teeny immediately tells Kashan as soon as possible, and then is just as quickly caught by Rome reading it with Keisha.
This was really obviously staged by production. Like,
How dare you?
You have to turn that part of your brain off while you're watching reality TV, because if you go that route, you'll never stop. But this one was so, I mean, like, him not reacting at all to them being there, him showing up the second, I mean, like, it's like, you have to try harder, guys. This is not going to cut it.
So far in this season, who do you think is a tryhard and who do you think is a slacker? Is Rome a tryhard or a slacker?
Rome is absolutely a tryhard. I don't think that there is any other classification you could make there.
What about Teeny?
I would say Teeny is, so it's tryhard or slacker are the two?
Tryhard and slacker is the two, yeah. Tryhard and slacker is our, what is it, jock versus nerd that Survivor always does?
Sure. I would say Teeny is more of a slacker, because she doesn't have to try hard.
Exactly. Teeny says that her superpower is being able to talk herself out of anything. I liked this. And then, of course, Rome doesn't trust her anymore. So that's funny.
Well, you know what? Trust with Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's so true. God, I wish more people would know that. I really liked on this idol clue or whatever they call it, you know, the paperwork that comes with immunity idols. It said, if you're satisfied, you can check this off your bucket list. Pretty good.
It's the state of the game right now.
Yep. It's like they said bucket list at least twice in this episode. So.
You know what? I would have a bucket list of one thing on Survivor.
Oh, what is it? Tell me.
Winning $1 million.
Wild. Who do you think you are, Richard Hatch? Over on the Tuku Beach, they catch a crab. TK says Kyle is his number one, but that Gabe is playing an erratic game. So TK approaches Tiana to connect and says she's worried about the Dudes Rock Alliance. Dumb.
That's not what she calls it. She says bromance like 100 times.
Yeah, I know, but like,
I
was trying to sanitize for us.
Did you have a point watching this where you, like me, out loud said, stop saying bromance after like the fourth time?
No, I love it. I love hanging with dudes. I love saying, like, Dudes Rock is the new bromance, right? I don't know why they're saying bromance all the time. Maybe because they're kissing at night?
Yeah. I'm a little worried about how much these guys are kissing the homies.
Is it gay to say that dudes rock and then to kiss your homies at night just because you both survived triple council? Triple council?
The triple council.
I've heard
triple council is the triumvirate in or what do they call it on the Troika? It's the Troika from
Jesus Christ.
The Challenge.
I can't believe you were referencing the fucking Troika from like 10 years ago on The Challenge.
Yeah,
that thing
that's
that
triple
existed
council
for one season and was never referenced again.
It's triple council.
I was going to say triple council. I've heard of double tribal council where both tribes go, but what if 3 tribes? Or what if 3 people got voted out one tribal council? Triple council. Jeff, are you listening? If you know Jeff Probst, let him know about triple council. It's an idea we just came up with on purpose, actually. TK and Tiana approach Kyle to create a threesome. They were like, bro, we saw you from across the beach and we dug your vibe. And he said, I dig your vibes too.
The Survivor couple to thruple crossover.
You've heard of Survivor romance to enemies or whatever. What is it? Enemies to lovers? Look, okay, I pretend to read a lot of fan fiction, but I don't actually know all the terms.
Yeah, you got to up your smut game, buddy.
Gotta up your smut game. What is this, Survivor?
Up your smutting around the corner. How about that, huh? This is the quality humor that you get from this podcast.
That's pretty good. On the Gata Beach, Andy is excited for his redemption. Okay, Captain Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, Andy is it's a lot. I like that we had 2 different, like, people don't like tribe member montages, which is never good.
Right. It's like, you know what? You're right. All of these people do suck. Everybody cheers for Andy as much as possible, and he seems to really appreciate it.
Well, he, like, made them.
You know, I was like, if I were in his position, this would make me so much more anxious. I was like, please stop paying attention to me. I don't want this. I would hate this so much.
Did you think that it was giving toxic boyfriend?
Yes, Annika says he needs a lot of words of affirmation, and thinks he is kind of a toxic, clingy boyfriend type from all of her time on the dating apps. I feel like Annika's time on dating apps is going to be a go-to a lot. Like a go-to metaphor a lot this season.
Look, we've gone back to this well too many times.
Yeah, well... You know, we've
jumped into this well like Rome too many times.
Look, the well in Rome was not built in a day. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope Rome gets to the end so we can keep doing that joke.
Rome jumped into the aqueduct.
And I understand what that means because I actually have played a lot of Civilization in my day. Not to be a nerd, but it's a good game. Andy tells Sam his mom is going to love him, and Sam says, good, I'm going to love your mom. It's pretty funny.
This is good. This is a big Sam episode. There's a lot of Sam happening.
Yeah, more like Sam winning. Sam goes to pee, and Andy's mind begins spiraling immediately, so he goes hunting for an advantage. I love this.
Some very nice editing here.
What do you say that about?
Just the way that they edited of like close-ups on his face, like him just like straining his face. You could tell that he's just like barely holding back the second he leaves from going to Idle Hunt, and he restrains himself for about 10 seconds.
Yeah. The man has a lot of anxiety, and you forget that he literally is graduating in 3 months, and he has a lot on his plate. He has to find this advantage and then study for exams? Finals? What if he doesn't get into college, Thomas? How is he ever going to be an AI engineer or whatever?
It's high school all over again.
It really is. Andy finds the beware advantage, but leaves it for later, which seemed like a really smart idea in the moment.
It did. I was like, yeah, that's good. You know, like, you don't know what it's going to make you do, so you might as well hold on to your vote.
Yeah, just keep it in your back pocket, you know, so to say.
Surely, it was kind of a double-edged sword because it's a smart move if you're playing a low-key game, but when you're playing a game where no one trusts you and they notice that you left because they went to pee for 30 seconds and you were gone.
Oh, does it? It only takes you 30 seconds to pee? What are you, a normal, healthy adult male? Clearly not Sam, who takes hours to pee. Like, you live in the trees. You can pee anywhere. That's one of the biggest things about being a dude. You should know this. Andy, because dudes rock. You can pee on trees and nobody says anything about it. And come back immediately. You can't go looking for idols that quickly. Anyway, over on the Lavo Beach, Asia is so appreciative of having camp supplies. I was struck with a feeling this week. I think Asia might be the winner. I think Asia might be the winner.
Okay.
I was just getting that vibe from this episode. I don't know. Rome is...
it's early, but, you want to try and get on this stuff early.
Yeah.
So, maybe this is going to be the Steely Dan season if Asia wins.
I see. Yes. Rome is a showman and tries to be the one to make the fire, but can't get it. And then Kashan gets it basically immediately. This was a pretty funny scene too.
Yes.
Yes,
it was very funny. The cut of him being like, I don't need to talk all of the time because that puts a target on my back. And he's like, and also not to brag, but I did actually get the fire out.
Yeah, it was good. Rome had aspirations of going to the NBA and also tries to rap for them. And he also wants to be the next co-host of On Fire podcast and also does an impression of dial-up internet.
This was a great montage of
This guy.
The other tribe members making like just smell the fart faces at him. And you know what? I don't blame him.
That's my guy right there.
We've all met this kind of person. They are harmless, they're usually friendly, and they just say stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm pro Rome. I'm pro him, you might say. Sam on the Gata Beach tells Annika that Andy disappeared, so they go looking for the advantage, and of course they find it, but have to untie hundreds of knots. So Sam tells Sarah about it, but now Sam is worried that Annika is telling Rachel, which obviously happens, so Sam tells Rachel as soon as possible. And then Andy goes looking for the advantage again and says, it's a ticking time clock.
Right, you are, Andy.
Yep, absolutely, sir. Did you know he works in AI, obviously? Do you know what the AI in his job title actually stands for?
Allen Iverson.
It's actually anxiety.
Oh, sure. That makes more sense than what I said.
Well, yeah. Actually, Rome's middle initials are AI. Do you know what they stand for?
Wasn't built in a day.
Stands for Allen Iverson. His middle name is...
Oh.
He has two middle names there, Allen. And
Damn
Iverson.
it, 0 for 2.
Okay. Okay. There was a movie in the early 2000s that starred Haley Joel Osment and Jude Law.
Oh, shit, I know this.
It was called AI. What did that stand for?
Allen Iverson.
See, Haley Joel Osment actually had a lot to deal with that in that movie, so it actually did stand for anxiety.
Wait, no. Give me another.
Okay, yeah, no, second chance. Survivor Second Chance is Cambodia. Go ahead.
It stands for AIC Dead People.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I see dead people. It's just the Sixth Sense in Boston.
Some classic zingers that were thrown out here.
Do you think people enjoy this podcast?
I try not to think about anything, so no.
Gabe tries to work with Carolyn, who is hesitant to it, so he shows her his idol. We skipped a part on the Tuku Beach. Not the Tuku, the Yellow Trip, whatever they're called. Sam and Rachel get the key to unlock the box, and Sam did musical theater, so when Andy says that the women found it, he plays up his shock. Pretty good stuff. Sam.
Yeah, there was a lot of him doing like YouTube thumbnail face.
Oh, yeah, I do love that. It's very good. I'm pro Sam, despite being from Schaumburg. Gabe tries to work...
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Nobody's nerfect, even. Nobody's Nerf guns. And then they could maybe make a Nerf gun that's called Po Buddy. And they could do an ad for it called Po Buddy's Nerf gun. And the dads in the audience could laugh.
The ad would be Nobody's Perf Gun, is what they would say.
Right. Who knows anymore? Look, Nerf never hired me. I'd be happy to take a job with them if they're
The new strategy
interested.
for commercials is that people are too used to them, so you have to confuse people with them so they think about them more.
What's your favorite commercial of all time? And is it the M&M seeing Santa Claus for the first time?
I mean, you would think that it was everybody's with how fucking much we have to see it. It just never goes away. But no, I would say that my favorite commercial of all time is... probably Terry Tate Office Linebacker. I think that or...
What a nerd.
It's hard to pick one This Is Sports Center commercial, but there are a lot of good This Is Sports Center commercials.
That was a good campaign, I do remember. My favorite, it's really more of a genre than a specific commercial, but it's all those Victoria's Secret commercials, remember?
Oh my God,
Remember back in when we were teenagers, all of them coming on screen?
Watch those and your eyes bug out,
like,
and then
whoa,
your
ooga, ooga.
your mouth, your jaw drops down and your tongue rolls out. Yeah.
Cat runs over the tongue, and you go, ow! But you can't do anything about it because there's such hot ladies
You have a
on
big,
screen.
your heart pops out of your, like, it bumps way out of your chest.
You got to go to the doctor because you had a heart attack. Your parents go, what happened? I watched a Victoria's Secret
I got too
ad."
horny. I was too horny from the Victoria's Secret ads.
Then your dad has to have a talk with you, and you're like, I don't think this is the talk they were talking about when they talked about the talk. So I'm actually suing Victoria's
So you had
Secret.
your first heart attack. So you just had your first heart attack from being too horny. It's the birds and the bees.
So you just had your first heart attack. That don't impress me much. So Gabe considers Sue and Carolyn his wounded birds who he is taking care of. I don't like Gabe. Gabe seems condescending, and I hope he gets voted out before the merge. That's my take.
Well, you know what? You don't have to like him because he's not here to make friends. So
Good point.
What do you think about that?
I think that's fine. They decide to nap on the beach one afternoon, and then TK talks a lot and annoys everyone.
The vibes really shifted with TK very quickly.
Very quickly. He used to be Tony Khan. Now he's Tony Flan. I don't know. Some people don't like Flan. I did think he was right about living in Florida, though. I thought that was a good take. He was like, why would you live in Florida? Things can kill you there.
Yeah, I agree with him on that one.
Did you say earlier there were 2 scenes this episode of people being annoyed with their tribe mates?
Maybe there was 3, actually.
There was 3, yeah. Tiana can't get a solid read on TK. She says she says she doesn't vibe with him as a person. Can't argue with that.
That's like I feel like one of the most. If you said that to somebody's face, if you just said I don't vibe with you as a person, that's like
That's pretty brutal.
That would hurt my feelings.
Yeah, you could say that would hurt my feelings. Please don't. Back on Gata, that's the yellow tribe that I forgot the name of earlier, Sam and Sierra dig up the idol box. I love the idols being obtrusive now. Very funny bit. How do you feel about our people working together, Sam and Sierra, on this tribe?
I think it's neat. I think we collaborate all the time, so why shouldn't the people that we pick?
At least once a week. Sam does not want to take out Andy because of tribe strength, and also he's afraid that the girls will vote him out. Because women, remember the Black Widow Brigade? We just watched Microsnesia, don't forget.
It's true, and as Eric said, and we all agree, women be trifling.
He did say that. At the Immunity Challenge, everyone is shocked to see John out first, even though we all predicted it. They have to retrieve a large bag of rice, which, remember, rice is food that they eat on Survivor. They have to push that through the hole, do a blind maze, hop over the obstacle, cut open the bag, retrieve the ball from the bag of rice, which, again, is the food that they eat on this show, and then do a snake trap puzzle. Also, you cannot take the rice.
They should be allowed to take the rice.
They should be allowed to take the rice. What is this?
Yeah, this is the thing. Is like I think if somebody's smart enough to take the rice back with them, let them do it.
Mm-hmm.
The only funnier thing, like the only, I think that either you should be allowed to take the rice, or you should be kicked off of the show for taking the rice. And I think
Yeah.
there is no in between.
But don't just like embarrass this person for being clever. You gave them rice and didn't explain that they couldn't take the rice.
Yeah, yeah, that was the thing. Nobody said it was against the rules, so ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that Jeff was playing the rice card with this with this challenge?
So the winners get fishing kits. Gato and Lava win. It's a great challenge. And then Jeff calls out Rachel for stealing the rice, which sucked, and everybody got mad about it in and out of the show. Except for Jeff. Jeff is trying to exhibit too much power. As always, he's overstepping. Sir, you just need to be host. You don't need to be executive producer. You don't need to be showrunner.
The tyranny of Jeff.
The Tiana of Jeff. Because she's staying positive even though they lost, and that makes TK mad. Okay, man. What are you going to do? Excuse somebody for trying to stay positive even though they went through a hard time.
Yeah, this is... we have a lot of problems with this show. And I think first among them right now, more than anything else, you should be able to take the rice.
Yeah, that's the number one rule. That's what I'm mad about. TK's mad about some shit. Somebody's positive when they're on Survivor, the greatest game of all time. Be mad about the rice. I wish that everybody else had just scooped up some rice when Jeff said that and been like, no, we all got pockets. We're taking this rice. You gave it to us.
Yeah, if we all take the rice...
What are you going to do, Jeff?
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, and then he'd be like, okay, fine.
You can't kick all of us off.
Mm-hmm. You can try. What if they just scrap the entire season? It's early enough. These people don't matter.
Yeah, we'll try again. This was a bad group.
Yeah.
They're going to bring in scabs.
So they get back to beach and they notice Tiana being annoyed with TK every time he said anything. TK is mad that they lost and expects everyone to have the same mindset as him. Why? These people are different people than you, bro.
You also lost. Like, this is the thing. You can't call everybody losers on your tribe when you are also a loser.
Yeah. Tiana wants to take out TK now. Kyle's trying to keep himself, TK, and Tiana together. Damn. He was the last one in that alliance. And now he's trying to keep it together. Damn.
Kyle said like one of the nicest things. Like, Kyle's a big sweetheart, and I love that he was like, they say that nice people can't win Survivor. Well, I'm here to tell them fuck that.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Then TK asks Tiana, are we straight? And Tiana's like, yeah, for sure. But is obviously annoyed with his ego. So they target Sue, which that made me pretty nervous because I picked Sue. And that makes TK feel like he's playing a great game. Did this make you feel, as they like to say on Survivor, confident?
It did not make me feel confident.
Your pick of TK?
No, I had a feeling as soon as he started, because he was already not in a good spot because people were annoyed with him. And as soon as he started talking at the end of the challenge, I was like, this is not looking good for my guy TK.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I made a bad choice here. He made a good first impression on me and on the tribe, and then that evaporated very quickly. Jake, I just want to point out, by the way, speaking of things that we complain about with this show.
What?
I made a point of looking. How long do you think it was into this episode before we got a challenge of any kind?
Oh, yeah, that's a really good question. I want to say it was like 35 or 40 minutes. Oh, wait, no, they're 90 minutes, not long now. So I think it was close to an hour.
I believe it was like, I think your first guess was correct. I believe it was somewhere past 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Way too long. You know what you can do to do that? Like to alleviate that? Just split the fucking challenges.
Oh, do one reward challenge and one immunity challenge like they used to do back in the day when the show was good? Yeah.
It helped that they had like a good relay challenge this time around. Like, I liked it, but still, like, it's just way too much pre-show stuff. Way too much. These episodes are too long. It's not worth it.
Here's the thing, though. we got 3 scenes of 3 different individuals being the dunce of the tribe. Is there a better word than dunce for that?
No, I think tribe dunce is good. I also, it was really obvious that the whatever, I never remember tribe names, whatever the yellow tribe is, that they were not going to go to tribal council because they spent so much time on the idol stuff for that.
Oh, yeah. Gabe tells Sue and Carolyn that Tiana is annoyed with TK enough to take him out. Sue is a risk taker and wants to take out TK as well. Tiana doesn't want to play with someone who is disrespectful. Wow, they really just piled on as soon as the target was on TK. They're like, oh, we're all annoyed with him? All right, let's go. All right. Before we officially kick TK out, we do need to discuss these couple wildlife shots. We got a heron. A couple times, actually, we saw that heron. And, of course, the orb weaver spider. We've talked about these guys a lot. Their scientific name, do you know what it is?
What is their scientific name?
Nephilia. Do you know what that means in ancient Greek, Mr. Trivia?
Does it... No, I don't. Does it have something to do with, like, death?
It means fond of spinning.
Fond of spinning? Okay. Mm-hmm. You know who else is fond of spinning? Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot was actually an orb weaver spider. A lot of people don't know that.
What did the Greeks say about him, I wonder?
Fun game, the Greeks. How big are their bodies? The spider, not the Greeks.
I believe their orb weaver spiders are probably pretty small. I would say that they're like 0.2 inches.
Try 10 times as hard?
Are they 2 inches?
They're about 1 to 2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah. Do those living in human areas have more or less eggs? Birth more eggs, not eat more eggs.
I'm going to say that they birth fewer eggs.
Why do you think that?
Well, I don't anymore now that you said that, so I'm going to say that they birth more.
Oh, why do you say that?
Because people kill them sometimes, maybe?
It's because there are fewer predators and increased food. How many chicken eggs do you think they eat every day?
How many chicken eggs do they eat every day?
Yes.
0.
Correct. On which continents can they be found?
I'll say they can be found in North America.
Mm-hmm. Ding.
I'm going to say they can be found in Australia.
Ding.
Asia.
Ding.
Is it all continents except for Antarctica?
I believe so. South America and Africa are the other two.
They can't be found in Europe?
Europe. I was like, yeah, I thought there was one we were missing. I guess not.
You weren't thinking about what you are when you're in the bathroom.
That's right. I'm pissing and shitting. There should be a country called Piss and Shit, so you can make that joke more often.
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be fun to live in piss and shit.
Well, I'm going to clip that out and put it all over
use that for whatever you want.
How big are their webs?
I'll say they're like a foot.
5 times harder.
5 feet.
What is their largest prey?
They're pretty big. Maybe like small birds.
Ding, ding, ding. Or small bats even sometimes too. There is a significant size disparity between the sexes. Why are smaller males more popular?
People love short kings.
That's right. Because the short king is more nimble and quicker. And here's a fun fact. Why is sexual cannibalism so low in this species?
I have no answer for this. Please tell me.
It's because the male will approach after the female has just eaten, just molted, or just generally more tired.
Smart.
I think we can all agree, normal and cool thing to do.
I mean, look, if it's if it's determining whether you get eaten or not, I think, more power to them. Good job, fellas.
Yeah. Short King's rule, go after those sleepy ladies. Short King sleepy ladies, that's what I know from all my time on dating apps. I'm like Annika. So they go to tribal council, they light their torches, fire represents your life. Sue says she's been seeing the bromance developing. We're not doing bromance anymore unless you literally see them kiss, Sue. We're doing dudes rock
She's
now.
worried about them kissing the homies too much.
Yeah. It's like, I want to kiss too. I want to kiss the boys. You're all my sons.
Sure, we all do, okay? Get over
everybody
it.
wants to kiss the boys. That's not impressive anymore. All the boys agree they get along, but there's no bromance alliance. We're not kissing, they yelled at Jeff. It's like, dudes doth protest too much,
You say so.
Jeff appreciates how much Gabe is such a good new era player because he wears his heart on his sleeve. Is that good?
It seems bad. It doesn't seem like it's worked out well for people.
TK is mad that they lost. Okay, whatever. Yeah, we know. They vote. Pretty good vote. Tiana repeats to herself while voting, my instinct is never wrong. I liked that. Gabe plays his idol, negating 0 votes. Sue gets 2 votes. TK gets 4 votes. What do you think of that?
I think it was the right move. I don't feel good for me, but I think that they did the right thing. I felt bad for Kyle. You could tell Kyle was really bummed out.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he'll be fine, though. Everybody seems to like him, so.
Yeah, Kyle rules. He's going to the end, I think. Last week we were tied with 6 points each. You said Teeny for Lavo. I said Rome for Lavo. Hey, these points weren't built in a day, but this one was. We each got 1 point for that. On Gata, I said Sam would survive. You said Sierra would survive. We each got a point for that. On Tuku, I said Sue would survive. Oh, she almost didn't. That made me quite nervous. And it says here, it looks like it says you picked TK? Was that just like a typo?
I thought Tony Khan was on there, so it actually doesn't count, and I should be allowed to pick again.
Right, you should pick again. If you had to pick right now again, who would you pick?
I'm trying to remember who else is on that tribe. I can't remember anyone but TK.
It's a ticking time clock.
It is ticking time clock. I pick Krylin 2.
Oh my God, there's only 5 people. She's not even crying this time.
No, but she did go to business. She did go to business school. Okay, so.
Oh, and you can learn about Survivor in business school.
Survivor's all about doing deals.
Well, ever since they introduced fire tokens all those seasons ago, man, what could have happened with fire tokens? Do you remember the initial plan for fire tokens that Jeff was so high on?
Refresh my memory on this one.
He wanted a little shack where you could buy advantages and things. And it would be staffed by Rick Devens. Like
of
Survivor.
Course, yeah. Get Rick Devens out there. Why not?
So you said Tuku would win reward. I said Lava would. So I got a point for that. You did not. You said the reward would be fishing gear, though, which it was. I said
I at least did
items,
something right.
So you got that point. Yeah. You said Gata would win immunity. Got a point for that. I said Tuku. No point for that one. You expected Rome out of here. You can't vote out Rome in a day, especially when he has
Classic
an idol.
mistake. I was a little early in my prediction for the fall of the Rome Empire.
Okay. How often do you think of the Roman Empire?
Almost never.
I said Andy would be voted out. I was sorely mistaken as well. So, and then also we're waiting on Outback Steakhouse or Applebee's to show up. We're tied again at 10 points. All right. So, pretty good game so far. Who is winning reward?
I'm going to say that Lavo wins reward. The floor is Lavo.
I'm sticking with... Oh, my God. Who are you, my niece? I'm also sticking with Lavo. They're my favorite tribe, week in, week out. What's the reward going to be?
Uh, this is
Ooh.
early. It's like really tough to tell what they're going to do here. They don't usually break out food immediately, but this might be when they start doing it.
I mean, yeah, they haven't eaten in like 5 days.
I'm going to say peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, cute. I was gonna stay with comfort items, but I think I might hold off until later for that. No, but then when I do that, they do end up getting it. So I'm gonna go comfort items. Who's winning immunity?
I gotta say that I think that Tuku is going to win immunity.
Okay, I gotta say that Lavo's gonna win immunity. And who's getting voted out? Oh,
I'm going to say that Andy gets voted out.
I wouldn't be mad if you were right. So, if you might recall my mom's predictions for the final three were, in fact, John, TK, and Tiana, who got voted out, of course, first and second. So I'm unfortunately going to have to go with Tiana this week.
Well, your instincts are never wrong, so.
Yeah. Unlike my mom's, apparently, if I'm right about this. Okay, and of course, we're still waiting on Outback or Applebee's to show up one of these days. Eating good in the neighborhood, either way. That's what I like to say. Okay, Thomas, this week we heard Annika compare Andy to the clingy boyfriend type from all of her time on dating apps. So could you tell us the name of this week's quote?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Build a dating profile and we'll reveal what type of date it will get you.
Ooh, how fun.
By Connor Dunlap.
Swipes right from the BuzzFeed staff. Okay. March 2nd, 2018. So, gotta put your... How old were you? March 2nd, 2018.
Wow, March 2nd, 2018. I would have been 26 years old? Yeah.
Yeah. I was a couple weeks away from my 27th birthday.
Were we ever so
birthday
young?
We all remember so well. Okay, Connor, what you got for us, Mr. Dunlap? What's the general vibe of your pictures? Sexy, professional, candid, adventurous?
I would say adventurous.
Oh, fun.
Use some pics of me on vacation.
That's fun. I think it's very funny that people are still on dating apps. Didn't you know that I'm actually married now, so
Yeah.
It's pointless?
Why didn't they shut them down?
Yeah. Like, finally, this guy finally figured it out. We made 18 dating apps in the history of the world. Do any of your pictures include an animal? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. What? Why?
They just don't.
You got to take a picture with an animal, Thomas. Like, even a fish. Go to an aquarium. What song do you connect to your
you know what?
profile?
Actually, this is wrong. There is. I have used a picture of me pointing to a plaque that's at the San Diego Padres stadium of Tony Hawk. So.
Oh, so that's a yes, actually.
So that is a yes.
Okay, what song do you connect to your profile? Does this automatically play like in MySpace days? Because that would have been
That would be very
so
funny.
fucking cool. And why wasn't there a MySpace for dating? There probably was. We were just young. Okay, All Star by Smash Mouth, No Scrubs by TLC, Bound 2 by Kanye West, Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
I mean, I guess Call Me Maybe.
I mean, I gotta go with Bound 2. One of the greatest songs ever recorded.
What you doing in the club on a Thursday?
Oh, yeah, he said that in that one? Okay. What do you do for work? Self-employed, still in school, retail, 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
9 to 5, baby. Did you know the Zoomers are discovering 9 to 5 jobs now?
Crazy.
How great they are. Yeah. Pick an okay. This one we're going to have to go back and forth on because it's a lot of words. Pick an inspirational quote for your bio. The purpose of life is to live it, by Eleanor Roosevelt. And then you take the next one.
A Day Without Laughter is a Day Wasted by Charlie Chaplin.
When I said we'll switch off on this one, what did you think I meant?
You know what? Sometimes I don't listen to you, and it's okay.
Okay, fair enough. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other by Audrey Hepburn. How sweet.
Your self-worth is determined by you. You don't have to depend on someone telling you who you are. That's Beyonce.
Well, I've heard of her. Pretty good stuff.
Although that's up to her whether that's Beyonce or not, because she doesn't have to depend on me telling her who she is.
Good. That's a really good point, and I'm really glad you said it. I'm sure Beyonce, should she choose to be called that, would really appreciate you saying that. Yes, this is a good question. Pick a set of emojis for your bio.
These did not load for me.
These did not load for me either. I'm going to click the white box that's there.
I'm picking the second box.
Okay. Pick a funny tagline. We're going to have to switch off again. Thomas, did you hear me this time?
I did hear you this time.
TBH, I'm just hoping to score a free meal. Do people say that?
I think I've seen it before. Carefully written fact-checked essay in the streets, unmoderated comment section in the sheets. Damn, that's so good. I'm so horny right now.
If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. Ooh, that's so cool.
And finally, I was a pretty big deal on Club Penguin. Obviously, I'm choosing that.
That's a really good one.
Club Penguin.
Fucking sue me for being cringe, but I'm going to go with carefully written fact-check essay in the streets, which isn't even true. I'm a fucking unmoderated comment section every day of my life, but don't tell anybody on the dating apps. I'm not even on the dating apps anymore, but I did meet my wife on one, and they're not even paying us to promote it. Can you believe that?
It's rough.
Yeah. Finally, do you upgrade to the premium version? No, obviously. Who does that?
Nope.
Okay, well, it said the weirdest first date of all time. Well, wow, where to even begin? They'll ask you to meet them at 9:41 a.m. on a Tuesday, which is pretty darn weird. Then you'll both end up volunteering at a local bee farm in an attempt to keep the colony from collapsing. After that, you'll both take an intensive miming class where you won't be able to say a word. Finally, they'll give you a ride back home on their grandfather's old penny farthing bicycle. What a strange date. And then it's Jughead from Riverwood that says, in case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. Riverdale?
From Riverdale, yeah.
What did you get?
An unusually wonderful first date. You won't really be expecting much out of this date. Honestly, they didn't wow you much via text, but you'll be pleasantly surprised once you meet them in person. Who wows anyone via text? This is insane to me. Like that...
Mine literally says, wow. Who wants to
talk to people via text? Come on.
Mine literally says, wow. The text I got from BuzzFeed literally starts with wow, so apparently me, weird one.
Anyway, you'll grab dinner somewhere fun and then randomly decide to take an art class together. You can't do that in one night. You'll both laugh and have a great time, and they'll even pay for your Uber home. Hopefully, you'll be seeing more of each other very soon. And it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel. And I think that movie, things worked out really well with them. So
yeah, as we all remember from 500 Days of Summer, everything was good and not toxic at all. In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. Honestly, volunteering at a local bee farm does sound really fun to me.
I think it'd be fun to be like, in case you haven't noticed, I'm normal.
That's what I'm going to say when I go on Survivor, when they ask me to audition. You know, they ask you to audition. Oh, yeah, every week. Jeff Probst. Hey, please try out for Survivor.
Please.
We need more people on the show. Thomas, if people wanted to follow you on social media, where would they do such a thing?
You can follow me at tom.tom.bsky.social. I actually did post on there today for the first time in a long time, and it was just about how I never post on there. And then I posted a song by Jamie XX featuring the Avalanches that I like called All You Children. It's a good song.
I like both of them.
And then you can also follow me at tom.tom on X, the Everything app, formerly known as Twitter. You can see I was posting about the karaoke that I was doing yesterday and how the mic volume was really loud and everybody was holding it too close to their mouth.
What did you sing? Trivia?
I sang
In karaoke, excuse me.
Yes. I sang The Boys Are Back in Town. Everyone loved it because why wouldn't you? And then
Right.
I did This Must Be the Place because that's kind of my go-to one now.
That's such a good song. Okay, the show's on YouTube at the Compassionate Haters Survivor Podcast. That's Podcat. The Compassionate Haters Survivor Podcast. That's it. What can people comment on YouTube, Thomas?
Ha ha ha, very funny smiley face.
Good stuff. We last week got a comment on our draft episode. We should have talked about it last week, but we forgot. Said, yup, tuned in, LOL, from a certain account known as Rome the Host.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, talk all your shit, Thomas.
Nah.
But that's our DYWSLN bump.
No, we
right
we got engagement from them. That means that Rome's getting the DYWSLN bump. So congratulations to Rome.
Yep. Look, winning Survivor isn't done in a day, but Rome can do it in 26.
That's right.
Our last poll asked, a controversial one. Was Andy's medical event genuine or staged? Well, how do you feel?
I think
Remember
it was
when Andy
staged.
passed out?
He looked over and thought for a second and then laid down. I'm pretty sure that he was faking it.
Well, 60% of people disagree. They thought it was genuine. And we've got at least one person on the actual show who was there who could vouch for him. So maybe it was genuine. What's this week's poll?
Rome, built in a day or more than one day?
Everybody's wondering.
People want to know. You know who could settle this once and for all? Certain contestant on this season of Survivor.
Julius Caesar's on this season of Survivor? Hey, Thomas.
Only one way to
Mr.
find out.
History
Tune
buff.
in.
Is Julius Caesar from Rome?
Yes.
And he did Caesar salad, right?
And he did what?
Or Caesar salad, or is that what came out of him when he got stabbed on the Ides of March?
He got stabbed and a bunch of lettuce with Caesar dressing came out.
Yeah, delicious. To vote, go to survivor.com, whatever.
At 2 croutons.
His spine is actually made of croutons. We have a few shows on Patreon. Thomas, which one do you want to promote?
It's a great question. I'm going to promote... I think I got to promote Did You Sleep Last Night? It's been a while.
It has been a while. Since you've slept? Oh, you can't answer that question.
Yes. So you're going to have to pay up if you want to know those details.
That's patreon.com/justpodcasts. Did you want to thank the fans?
I would love to thank the listeners. Thank you for listening.
That's right. And if you wanted to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever else you can leave reviews, which is even YouTube includes YouTube. Thomas, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
It's getting a little hot in this closet. My brain's starting to melt.
Okay, so you want me to give the review?
Do the review of the podcast.
I will do that so that you don't die.
Clearly 5 stars.
Yes, 5 stars, obviously. What are we even talking about? This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
All right. We'll be back next week with the next episode of Survivor 47, the still subtitle-less 47. Till then, have a great summer.
Deuces.
Have a great spooky season.
Deuces.
Speaking of athletes, quick athlete trivia question for you.
Okay.
I need a basketball player who wore the number 24 and in like an orange or brown kind of jersey, that color.
Okay, basketball player who wore number 24 in an orange or brown jersey.
Yeah, something along those lines. Something that gives like fall, autumn, your favorite season.
I'm trying to think who has those kind of jerseys.
This is so I think I've told you about this before, but a couple of years ago I started doing quarterly playlists, right? You told me about the title doing that, and I was like, oh, that's a fun idea. Let me keep track of every few months. So I break it up by season. Every season I pick a different basketball player that has that number of the year, and then a jersey that correlates, I should say, with the season it is. So like this summer, obviously, Kobe Bryant. Have you heard of him? Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Kobe Bryant.
Kobe. He shoots shit into like trash cans and whatnot. Pretty good stuff. Last summer it was LeBron James. You heard of him? Last fall it was somebody else. I can't remember. Anyway, I can't think of any brown and orange teams.
The only orange one I can really think of is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and no one has worn number 24 for them.
Maybe there's a team in the WNBA or NCAA, or hell, even AAU. Remember AAU back in the day?
Yeah. I guess maybe like Denver. I think there was an era of Denver you might be able to do it with the Nuggets.
I do kind of remember that, yeah. I always think of them as more like a winter, though, because it's like such a cool blue color, usually. What number did Grant Hill wear? 33?
Yeah, he wore 33.
Can't wait to get till 2033. So I can finally use Grant Hill in the teal jersey.
You could do... There's a few Nuggets guys. Actually, Antonio McDyess wore number 24 for the Nuggets.
Oh, nice.
Smarten up, Probst.